Good morning, YouTube. So welcome to today's vlog. Today we're gonna, do you reckon my American accent's good?
That's perfect, man. Perfect.
Today we're doing a leg workout. So specifically we're gonna start with a heavy light method. Basically a heavy light method is great if you want to improve the density of your workout, which is basically doing more amount of work in shorter amount of time. So we're gonna start with legs, as in specifically the posterior chain. So we're gonna do a snatch grip, stiff leg deadlift, or snatch grip Romanian deadlift, sorry, and a lying leg curl. So we're going to combine these two for our first A series. Check it out. So just remember with the lying leg curl, you want to squeeze your quad at the bottom of the movement. That's going to completely lengthen the hamstring and allow you to tap into more muscle fibers and recruit more muscle fibers to help with the lift. To get a little bit toasty. So the reason why I'm doing a snatch grip specifically, I don't advise this to everybody, especially if you are a beginner. I wouldn't bother with snatch grips. Get your normal conventional grip sorted first. The snatch grip's great because it allows that wider position. It allows you to recruit your lats a hell of a lot more. So if you want to build a nice strong V-tapered back, try going a little bit wider with the bar when you're doing deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts or anything of that nature, and you'll find that your lats are recruited a hell of a lot more. Four working sets now, so we're going to do 4 sets of 6 on the snatch grip Romanian deadlift, and then we got 12 reps immediately on the lying leg curl. When you're doing a heavy light method, it says it in the title, heavy and light, so you'll start with your most neurologically demanding movement first, so in this case the Romanian deadlift, and then you'll start with more of an isolation exercise on the same muscle group. So with any heavy light method, you have to train the same muscle group, okay? So it's not hamstring quads, it's always going to be quad, quad, hamstring, hamstring, chest, chest, for example. Toasty. So the reason why we're combining a Romanian deadlift with the lying leg curl is, you look at the hamstring structure, you got what we call, you can build regional hypertrophy. So hypertrophy is building muscle tissue essentially, or building muscle mass. In the hamstring you've got 2 portions of it. You've got the hip hinge portion, so that, which is going to hit the top part of the hamstring, and you've got knee flexion, so that, which is going to focus predominantly on the lower part of the hamstring. So that's why we combine hip hinge motions with knee flexion movements as well, try and get the full spectrum of the hamstring. That sucked. Okay, so with your hamstrings, now we're going to go over to quads. So next one we're going to do a horizontal leg press. I'm purely using this more of a pre-activation exercise. My knees are pretty average, so unless I drive blood flow towards my quads and that knee joint, they feel pretty shit when I'm doing any particular workout, adding a good amount of load. So I'm just going to do 3 sets of 15 reps here before I go do some other quad-based exercises. So as you can see there with these particular repetitions, it's not all about the load, it's about contractile ability of the muscle as well as the load as well. There's a lot of different concepts and a lot of different things you've got to take into account when you're working out. So I'm going to focus on really, really slow, good quality contractions to drive as much blood flow as I possibly can to the working muscle. Okay, so shit. The movement I wanted to go on is being taken, so we're gonna have to manipulate this. Often when you come into a workout, especially in a commercial gym, you're gonna have to just adapt. So the workout may not go the way you planned it, but it is what it is. So we're just gonna adapt the workout a little bit. So next up we're going to go with a kettlebell Bulgarian split squat. So Bulgarian split squat, your back foot's going to be elevated up onto a bench, and it's the front leg that's going to be the dominant worker, okay? So really make sure that all your attention is on that front leg, keeping it nice and flat, gripping the floor, and really driving through the floor. Whenever you're coming out of the bottom pocket, I want you to really focus on leg pressing the floor away. So just hit some Bulgarian split squats. Quad's a little bit toasty. So now I'm gonna do a hat squat. I'm gonna do it with a little bit of a different variation. What you'll notice is my ankles or my heels are actually gonna elevate a little bit. Now I don't advise this for everyone, especially if you do have knee pain or unhealthy knees. Do not try this movement. Stick with a normal traditional hat squat. But I'm doing this to allow a greater VMO recruitment. My VMOs are underdeveloped and I want to try and build them. So what you'll notice is that I'm able to go a little bit lower my foot stance, raise my ankles up and get a greater knee drive over my toes, therefore recruiting much more VMO. So check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
One more set. Focus. Last set is the most important. It's when people's technique goes to absolute shit because you just want to get the reps out. Remember, what we're trying to do here is create a skill. You're learning a skill by doing this. You're teaching the body that it's not okay just to get through the rep and your form to go to shit. Technique and skill is everything.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah.
So last exercise is going to be more of a quad dominant day today. So finish with leg extension. So I'm going to do 4 sets of 25 reps. So really looking at metabolic damage, basically trying to create cell swelling, try to get as much blood flow and as much nutrients to the working muscles as possible. Oh God.
Do you love it?
In all honesty, no, it sucks, but it's all gonna be worth it. These higher rep sets. So remember, even though you're working higher reps, you'll have a tendency just to try and grind through them, because when you're training in this manner, especially when those cells start to get swelled and you're driving lactic acid into the muscle, it fucking hurts for a start. Like, it really does hurt and it's quite uncomfortable. You need to still stay true to the form, stay true to your technique, and just focus on the exercise. Focus on trying to drive as much blood flow to the muscle as possible.
Do it! Do it! Come on! Come on! Do it now!
If you're ever taking your legs to complete failure, you know what I'm going through right now. Absolutely sucks, but it's always, always worth it. So that is us for our today's leg workout, guys. I'm going to link in the description, the full leg workout, so you can go and try it out for yourself. Let me know how it feels. Tag me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram below. And if you've not already, please subscribe, hit like. Have a great day.